Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. All right, you guys. So, this is for the reading for the week for December the 2nd, 2019 for this week. I have the color yellow up for joy today. During the reading, I may understand, you may not. You may understand. During the reading, I may understand, you may not. You may understand, I may not. We both may understand during the reading, or we both may not understand during the reading. I'm going to ask that you respect my perspective, and I will also respect your perspective as well. If the information you are receiving and the messages you're receiving is different from the one I'm providing, it is quite all right. Okay, please take the please share the message, because it may not be for me, or it may be for me, or it may be for someone else. Okay, please do not use these readings as a form of therapy or advice. You've been blessed with the gift of discernment, so take the information you need and throw the rest away. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Connie. Good morning, Cedric. So this morning, this is going to be the reading for the week. I feel like the first thing that needs to be addressed is this. One, because I'm seeing the Romance Angels deck popping into my head right now. So the first thing I want to focus on is first loving yourself and making yourself happy. That's the first thing. The next thing that's popping in my head is to release any unrequited love situations. If you're not sure what unrequited love is, unrequited love means there's one person loving another person more, right? It's one person that's loving in the relationship more than the other person, and they're not receiving the love that they want back from that person. This could be with any type of relationship, be it family, friend, co-worker, or romantic partner. Y'all make sure y'all share this video. Please share this video. And then also, I'm on YouTube under Tina Wolf the Oracle. If you guys please add to my YouTube channel, I'm really trying to grow that so I can go live in there as well. So the unrequited love situation, that needs to change. The retreat card is also coming up from the Romance Angels deck, and the retreat is saying to take some time for yourself. It is okay to take some time for yourself, to step away from an environment that is not serving you a purpose. Now, what I mean when I say retreat and go away to an environment that's no longer serving you a purpose, I'm not meaning leave the country. I'm not even meaning leave on vacation. I'm not even meaning pull yourself away from your family and friends. What I'm saying is, understand clearly what I'm saying is, change your environment. Change your environment. Change your environment from the unrequited love situation so that it no longer drains you. If you're pouring into a friend and they're not pouring back into you, or you're pouring into someone and they're giving you all kind of excuses of why they're not changing, it's okay. They don't have to change. If they're comfortable with the practice of what they're doing in their life, it's okay. Let them have that practice. Good morning, Carla. Good morning, EB the nurse. If they are comfortable in their situation, it is not your job to change them or convince them, but it is your job to share information with them that is causing you discomfort. And if that discomfort that you share with them, if they are not willing to alter that situation or compromise to change that situation so you don't feel a certain way, then it is time for you to change your environment. This is what needs to be worked on the next week. Okay. And please understand, because some people are like, Tina, you're talking to me. I'm glad it resonates with you, but trust and believe, anytime there is a reading going on, that this message is also for me as well. So don't y'all get it twisted. It's not just Tina telling y'all stuff. These messages are for me, and where it will resonate with you and where it will punch you in the chest or the stomach or the throat or the head, or where you're going to feel it at is, ooh, it was this person, or ooh, it was this situation, or you know what, at work, I'm loving my job, but they ain't loving me. wherever that resonates for you is where it's going to hit you. And you might be like, you know what, I'm just getting started on figuring this out. Or you know what, I'm halfway through figuring this out. Or you know what, I'm almost done figuring this out. Or you know what, I figured it out and this is a confirmation for me. Thank you, Tina. So it just is going to resonate with you differently in your energy, in your space, right? But these are the things that are coming forward. In the past life card is coming up from my past life deck, and what I'm seeing is imprisonment. And because it's in the past life deck, it's reminding me that you have been through this situation before already. I recently just did the video talking about releasing unchanging situations, but when I typed in changing, it said releasing unchaining situations, right? So releasing ourselves from that. So, surprised but not surprised that the past life card that's coming up is talking about imprisonment, because you have been in this situation before. So this is great that you have been in this situation before, because now you have the tools to say, I know where I don't want to be. Let me speak up for myself, because last time I was in this situation for a long time and I didn't speak up for myself. So now it's time for me to speak up for myself and to create a boundary, because I refuse to go into this situation again. I've already had an unpleasant experience. This is a completely different person. It's a completely different situation, but the experience is changing and starting to become the same. Remember, this is a test, right? If you look back at the situation, say in a past experience, right? And you have been in this same situation. Remember, this is where people like you, Tina, you bringing up old shit. You motherfucking right, I'm bringing up old shit. Because you know what? This experience that had nothing to do with you previously, you are showing me signs and giving me indications that you're about to take me on the same experience. So rather than for me to just sit and watch and see if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up. Because old Tina would sit there and watch and go through all this suffering. Right. And all suffering means is I allow myself to go through an unpleasant experience. I don't want to do that. Okay. So if I already see it happening, where I have changed in the situation is I'm starting to notice ahead of time, this is going in a direction, in a path I don't want it to go. I don't want to be that person that holds on to things anymore, because like the past life card says, I was already imprisoned, being friends with people, being connected with family, being connected with, romantic lovers and coworkers and people that were giving me unpleasant situations. And I sat there and just kept my mouth shut, and Tina gonna see if it's gonna fix itself. And when it doesn't fix itself fast enough, then Tina brings it up 6 months later, 5 months later, 1 year later. And in the meantime, Tina is holding that little situation in her heart and imprisoning her heart and preventing herself from growing, right? So now the emotional deck card is coming up, where it has a picture of a man. There's green all over him. And he's like this, right? And it's a picture of his heart, but there's bars there. His heart is imprisoned. And what that card represents is mastering your emotions and healing from situations that you have been imprisoned in the past and now. There is a parallel that is going on right now in your life, and it could be, depending on what it is, it could be with your job, it could be with your family, it could be with your friends, or it could be with your romantic partner. It's any way that this may resonate with you, if it resonates with you. And if this does not resonate with you, it's okay. Share the video because it may be resonating with someone else. In my right ear, I keep hearing past, past, past. You need to fix the past. Past, past, past. You need to fix the past. Okay, well, if you have a past situation that is still unchanging for you, I'm seeing the reconciliation card coming from the Romance Angels deck. Okay. And reconciliation, good morning, pretty. Good morning, boo. The reconciliation card does not mean you have to get back with somebody. Reconciliation simply means being at peace with the situation. Okay? So being at peace with the situation with the person or the situation, whether it is with a romantic partner, your job, your family member, or your friend. Now, here's the tricky part, because see, sometimes people are going to want to help you. Fortunately, right now, because I have changed, the people that I have contacted from the past, they are actually helping me right now. You see, this is how I changed my past. I changed my past by changing me. And then I have some people that they still don't want to speak to me, and that's fine. So it's up to me to come to peace with the situation. And there's a particular person that's coming into mind right now. Now, I do read energy. Most of us do. But what I will say about this particular person is, you big and bad and you got all this energy, but you scared to pick the phone up and have a conversation. Because if you pick up that phone to have conversation, what you realize is you will have to take responsibility for what you've done, and you'll have to apologize to me. And you still feel like you're not wrong. And I'm going to let you live in that. And if you're okay with your life, what is happening with you right now is that all those experiences where you felt like you didn't do me wrong, you are currently having. Now, it's not because I wished it on you. I didn't wish it on you. Okay? You're having that experience because the energy you put out is what the fuck you get back. I don't know what to tell you. I don't put spells on people. I don't put hexes on people. I don't do any of that stuff. What I have been in the past is upset and hurt and disappointed that people did not choose me in the situation, and that people did not choose to change their self so that they could continue to be in my life. That's what hurt. That's where I ended up putting myself in the cycle of, how come these people are not choosing Tina? Why are they not choosing Tina? They're not choosing Tina because Tina's not choosing her damn self. I tell you one thing that people love. People love a person that chooses their self. In a situation of uncertainty, I don't know what's going on here, I'm about to choose me. And what they say, SpongeBob say, I'm out. I'm out. The Spirit Animal Guidebook is coming up in Spider. It's been coming up lately. Spider comes up. There's one part that I always resonate with when I see the spider. And the spider, there's a portion in there where it says, basically, you need to clearly decide what you want from a situation because you're at an impasse. IMPASSE. You're at an impasse with the situation. That means that you are not going to be able to move forward on anything until you make a clear and decisive decision on what you're going to do in your current situation that is not serving you no purpose right now. Look at your choices. The person I did the reading on that had that spider situation is another person that I've not spoken to in a very long time. And I told the person then, you're at an impasse in that situation, and if you stay in it, it's not going to, I'm not going to speak on it, but I'm going to say this. You at an impasse. And that particular situation is not serving you no purpose. And from what I know to date, up to today, since I've done that reading, and I'll just say that was more than a few years ago, she's suffering at the hand of her own decision. She cannot say she wasn't warned or told to make a different decision for her life. She chose to stay in that relationship that was at an impasse. So now this goes back full circle to what I'm saying. You made a choice to suffer. You want to stay in that suffer because you're trying to convince this other person to change. And the other person is like, I'm changing. And they go right back to their same shit. And then you're mad because this person won't change. Why? You can't be mad at the person because they don't want to change. All you can do is change who? You. Romance angel card is coming up and it says if you're finding yourself in this situation, retreat. Retreat. Take time to go back for yourself and say, what makes me happy? Okay, it makes me happy to do this. Is this person contributing towards my happiness? Or am I just happy accepting what they're giving me? Am I turning the blind eye to pretend like I don't see what's going on because I want to keep this situation and I want to keep this person in my life, so I'm just going to turn my head and hope that it gets better? If it ain't feeling good right now, I promise you it ain't gonna feel good later. I promise. I've had enough friendships, working relationships, family relationships, romantic relationships. I've had enough of those to tell you, once somebody shows you, it's not changing unless they change. I do believe it is possible to change because I have changed. The Tina I was 5 years ago, I'm not the same Tina. I'm a lot stronger in some aspects and areas. There were some times 5 years ago where maybe I was stronger then than I am now. But right now, when I look back and Facebook pops up those beautiful, wonderful memories, not all of them, pull up those beautiful, wonderful memories, right? It shows me where I was in my life and how far I've come. And sometimes I'm disappointed in myself because I look at some of these videos and I'm like, damn, I'm still dealing with the same shit I was dealing with 4 years ago. Holy shit, I need to make a change. So for this next week, this is what needs to be resolved, because going into the next month, you want to have cleared out emotional space to bring in and welcome in your dreams, your fantasies, your visions, your goals, and all the things that you want to do, not only for the next week, but for the next year. I mean, and depending on where you're watching this, because if you're on YouTube watching this, or if you're on Facebook and you're watching this video and it's March, then that means your year is from March to March. And I'm going to just put that out there. If you're watching this in February, your year is from February to February. Right now we are in November. So if you're in November, your year is from what? Oh, actually, today is December the 2nd. My bad. So it's from December to December. But some of y'all are still working through the things that was going on in November now. So for some of y'all, it is November to November. A full year doesn't have to be from January to December. Your year starts from the point in time in your life that you make a decision to make a change. Period. The Archangel Raphael deck's coming up. And Michael, but I'm going to do Archangel Raphael first, which he deals with your health and your physical and mental is what I use it for. Okay, the cards are shuffling if you're wondering what's going on. The card that's coming out right now is, there's this picture of this man, and this black man, and I always like, ooh, oh my God, he's so sexy. He is sexy though in the card. And it's man, and he's holding his basket of fruit, and it's talking about getting some sunshine, right? It's talking about getting sunshine. This sunshine could be physical sense, but I'm hearing that song, that old school song. You are the sunshine of my life. Yeah. That's why I'll always be around. The guy singing, then the woman comes in. You are the apple of my eye. Yeah. Forever you'll stay in my soul, or my heart, or whatever it is she says, right? So there's going to be someone joyous coming into your life. This joyous person could be your forever person that's going to be by your side. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker, or it could be a romantic mate for you. So you have to clearly decide who it is and what it is that you want to come in right now. Because you're getting ready to have that experience. So get ready, hold on, strap up. It's about to go really quickly and really fast. But make sure that you pay attention, because this person is going to give you experiences you've never had before. And you're going to have to work through that, being comfortable with being uncomfortable. You're about to learn a whole bunch of new things. All the things you've been asking for understanding on is about to happen and take place, so you better be ready. I received that. And sometimes you have to be at a certain place and a point to receive things. And a perfect example of that was someone that I was in a previous romantic relationship sent me some information. And he's always been kind of wise, but at the same time, he used to make me angry, because it's like, you're telling me this, but you wasn't doing shit. And one of the things that he said was, Tina, whenever I would say something to you, you would always turn it back around on me. It's called being defensive. And the first time I read that, I immediately got mad at it. But then it was like, Tina, go back and read it again. You got to think of where you was at that point in time in your life. And ask yourself and be honest. Were you doing that then? Yeah, I was. Because people will do things to hurt you, right? And then they'll say, oh, you just trying to do something to you. You trying to do something, say something about me, but what about you? And what about you did? What about what you did? And that would be me. He would bring something to my attention about what I'm doing, and then I would turn around and say, yeah, okay, I did do that, but let me tell you what you did. Instead of saying, you know what? You're right. And because I care about you and love you, I receive that and I'm going to fix it. But I felt like what I was going through and experiencing during that time was more important than what he had to say at that time. See, I wanted him to fix him, but I didn't want to fix me. I'll give you an example. And it unfortunately is a situation I have dealt with in previous romantic relationships. There was this one particular time where he did not come home. And unfortunately, this is something I've dealt with in all the relationships, right? And he didn't come home. And then so he started to explain to me the reason why he chose not to come home was because of something I did. And like he was teaching me some kind of lesson by not coming home. No, all you did was hurt me in that situation. And if your lesson was to hurt me in that situation by you not choosing me to come home to, then what was the lesson there? Well, I tell you what the lesson would be for Tina now. You don't bring your ass home, you out of there. Because one thing that I'm not going to allow myself to do is to be hurt behind somebody who don't know how to bring their ass home. If you wasn't in no car accident, if you wasn't in no nothing, it wasn't no emergency. You know, my mama had to go to my, if it wasn't no emergency, it wasn't nothing like that. And you just didn't come home talking about I'm drunk or I got too high or my friend or my battery died on my phone. You out of there. Because I've already had those unpleasant experiences. I don't even know if I would give the person a second chance at this point. Because it's like I've already had that. And if you give it to me once, I feel like you're going to give it to me again. And in that situation, people will be like, Tina, you're becoming less forgiving. No, I'm actually becoming more forgiving. Because remember, I said forgiving is having the ability to learn the lesson so I can move forward and not beat myself up for the choices that I have made and still be loving and kind to myself. Because I don't give a flying fuck what you say if your actions do not match what you're saying. When homeboy did not come home back then, I was upset with him. And I yelled at him and I screamed at him. And this is a repeating cycle because other men have given me this experience. And the reason why I kept having this experience of the men that were in my life not coming home was because I never created a boundary for it. Bet you it's one there now. It took me 7 romantic relationships to learn this. I'm not embarrassed to say it. I'm proud of myself that I finally was honest enough to say, Tina, you are not a victim. You're the one that's in control of how people come in and out of your life. So, homeboy don't want to come home, you out of there. Not wasting time with you. Because if you don't see the value and the beauty inside of me and outside of me, you can't see it as a whole, and you still not choosing me, why am I sitting here trying to beg you to stay with me and realize what a good woman I am? It does not make sense. The other thing that he said was, Tina, you were so busy back then trying to convince me that you love me and show me how you love me that you didn't even give me a chance to breathe to show you how I loved you. And then you started telling me how to love you. And when I read that, I was mad about it. But then it's like, Tina, go back and read that again. Because this is his perspective. You don't have to agree with his perspective, but you can most definitely respect it. And if you want someone to respect your feelings, Tina, you have to also respect their feelings. And his feeling at the time was, Tina, you were trying to love me, but you didn't even take time to learn what I love. You forced your love on me. And then when I was trying to love you back in my way, you was like, I don't like it that way. You're going to have to love me like this. That's a hard pill to swallow when you're not ready. So I had to make myself be ready. I had to make myself be ready in that situation. And I went back to him, and what I said was this. Good morning, Coach Lawrence. Hey, Cinnamon. What I said to him was this. You know what? You are 100% accurate. You are 100% accurate. I did not learn then how to love in your way. You 100% accurate. I can't even disagree with him. It hurt me to have to tell him that he was right, because there were many times where I was right and I felt like I didn't get that from him. Now, when we reconnected to speak, he did say this. He did apologize to me for the experience that we had. And he also said that he now understands what it was that I was trying to show him back then, but he was not ready for it. But now that he has his own family and he's married now he understands when Tina was bitching about, you can't just go hang out with your friends and not come home. Hey, you need to help with these kids. He didn't have kids at the time I had kids, but he was in my life. And I was like, hey, you still got to help me with these kids. Hey, you still have to make time to take me on a date. You have to balance it. He wasn't understanding these things at that time. But now that he has his own family and a wife, he understands. Oh yeah, I can't just be not coming home. I can't just be being with my friends, and I got to be here for my kids now. So he told me thank you, and he told me he appreciated that everything that I was trying to teach him that he was half-ass paying attention to at the time. It all, when he got his family, it all came running back to him, all the things that I had taught him. Now that's a bittersweet pill to swallow. One thing I never wanted to be was someone's lesson to make them better in a romantic relationship. But what I'm now realizing is, hey Angie, my baby sister, hey Polo. But what I'm realizing now is that we are all someone's lesson. And if we want to change the experience and the lesson that we are having with somebody, we have to change us. So whoever my husband going forward is going to be is getting a totally revamped person. And it's going to be a very new relationship for me. It's going to be very new because, you know, I'm going to have to get used to being with a man who knows how to express himself. I'm going to have to learn how to be with a man who creates boundaries. I'm going to have to learn how to be with a man who knows how to love me in my language and is also going to introduce me to his way of loving, which is going to be so new to me, I'm not going to know how to receive it. And I'm going to have to push through that resistance because Tina's way is not the only way. So the way to release something in your life, and this is what we're working on for the next week and or the next year, depending on how you receive the message, is to work on the changes that are within yourself. Or as my baby sister says, be fly. I'm fly. I'm first loving myself, right? Fly. First love yourself. She did a whole photo shoot on it. First love yourself. So if you are continuing to have the same experience over and over with people, family, friend, co-worker, or romantic mate, the way to change your cycle is to respond differently. Be honest with yourself. Learn what love is. Create a boundary. Take responsibility for your creations. That part. Take responsibility for your creations. That part. Take responsibility. I feel like that's on to repeat for some of y'all. Take responsibility for your creation. And then once you have taken responsibility, hey DK, once you have taken responsibility for your creation, now it's time for you to respond differently. You can't keep being a victim, and you can't keep putting yourself in the same situation and then wanting people to feel sorry for you. Tina, if you're tired of having the same experience of someone leaving you and not coming home in a romantic relationship, the next time you are in a romantic relationship, if that person is not coming home, how are you going to respond differently from the 7 other times? Because the last times, 7 other times that happened and the person didn't come home, you yelled at them, that didn't work. You sat down peacefully and talked to them, that didn't work. So what you going to do this time differently? I'm going to cut their ass all the way off. I don't even care when it is. Because if you're not coming home this one time, I'm forgiving to you, I feel like you're going to give me that experience again. So I'm going to cut your ass off. People like, Tina, you can't do everybody like that. What if that person just made a mistake? Well, here's one thing the person is going to learn about me. I'm creating my boundary up front. If you are not coming home, ain't no murder, you ain't in no car wreck, ain't shit wrong, the flight wasn't delayed or nothing, you are out of there. You are out of there. I'm not going to allow you to give me the same experience. I had that experience 7 fucking times. Do you think I really want to have that experience again? And whoever I'm with, because I'm as they say, an open book, I'm going to share a lot of shit with you. Some things I'm not going to share, but the things that are important to me, I'm going to share with you. And if I share it with you and you want to test that fucking theory, let me tell you what you're going to get. You're going to get new Tina. I don't care how deep I am. I don't care how much in love with you may think I am. I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. And you may want to ask some of my exes, your ass is out of there. It may take me a little while to get over you. I'll be honest. But you out of there. And it's been happening faster and faster for me, for the people that I brought in my life. I don't care. I've cut off my own family members at some point. So if I can cut off my family, you don't think I can cut you off? I cut off friends that's been close to me for over 10, 15, 20 years. You don't think I can cut you off? Tina don't want to have that experience again. But I'm going to learn to respond differently. And that's what you have to do. If you're in situations and you're repeating the situation again with the same freaking person, and they keep giving you the same experience and it's draining on your spirit, why are you still dealing with that person? Why are you still dealing with that situation? Is it because you're afraid to be alone? Are you afraid to be without that drama in your life? What happens if I don't have no drama? What happens if I don't keep chasing this person? What happens if I don't keep trying to convince this person? What happens if I let this person go? Now I got this empty space. What I'm supposed to do with that? Make yourself happy and or invite someone new into your life and stop giving that energy to somebody else that is no longer serving a purpose in your life except to drain you. Now, if you're the person that you're so used to being drained by someone, hello, maybe I'm the only one. If you're so used to being drained by someone, you don't know how it feels to not be drained. It's time to first love yourself. Make yourself happy. Make you happy. Stop letting people drain you. Take control of the situation. Whether that's blocking their ass, whether that's hanging up on them, creating a boundary. Well, if you feel like that person is going to physically harm you, like on the video that I did prior to this, and there was a young gentleman who was saying, I want to physically harm people, you need to go get yourself some help. If you are that person that wants to physically harm someone, or you want to emotionally or spiritually or mentally harm someone, you need to go get some help. Get some help. I can't help you. I'm not trained, and that is not my department. But if you have somebody that wants to physically harm you, or you're afraid that this person may try to cause discomfort in your life, and you walking around on eggshells because you don't know what this person's going to do, you might need to get you a restraining order. You might want to let that person know, you keep fucking with me, guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to call these police on you, because I'm not going to live my life walking around on eggshells. And the first thing that's going to happen is block, and goodbye. Click. You out of there. I'm not going to live my life being afraid of somebody because I'm allowing them, I don't know what their response is going to be. Now I'm living in fear of what another person is going to do to me. Call the fucking police. Just like I said about that young man in the video, if you are fearing your life, you think somebody finna do something to you to hurt you or harm you, call the damn police. Go get you a restraining order. Do not live your life in fear. I refuse to let somebody else cause me drama in my life. I'm trying to bring a new husband in my life. What I look like, I'm trying to bring a new husband in my life, and what I look like being scared of somebody else. Now I'm bringing not only to myself, but my new husband come in, now I'm putting him in danger. I'm not finna put him in danger, and I'm not finna be, babe, you know what? I gotta have this conversation with you. So even though I'm not with this dude anymore, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with this guy anymore. I've already told him and all of this stuff. I already did that, babe. But I need you to watch your back and my back. Because I don't know what's gonna happen. Because you got people like the young man that was in the other video who's like, I want to hurt somebody. You got somebody in your life that's trying to cause revenge. So before you do that, Tina, you're going to have to create a boundary with that person that says, you can't come up in here and get to stepping. You out of here. That. Good morning, Trina. That part. It's not fair for me to put somebody else in my drama. And I have been in that situation personally. Good morning, Aubrey. I've been in that situation where I've come into a situation and the guy's baby mama was off her rocker. She would not let him go. She would not let him go. And since she couldn't get to him, she started finding ways to get to me. Now, I own a business. So publicly, my phone number is out there. She started calling me from different phones. She started coming at me from different pages every time. I would block her. And I'm like, you have got to put a stop to this. Because she can't get to you. Now she's coming toward me. And this woman is crazy. I came out, my car was keyed. Now she this crazy bitch coming after me because you didn't put her in check. You need to put her in check. His approach, man, just ignore it. I can't ignore it. This woman is she's causing drama in my life because you're ignoring it. He running from the drama because he's scared to man up and say, leave my woman alone. And matter of fact, leave me alone too. And if your ass don't stop, but to call the cops on your ass. Well, she got my kids. Okay, not my problem. You gotta create a boundary. She not scared of you. Create a boundary that she gonna be afraid of. Where she gonna take you serious. So it caused problems in our relationship. We can't even have our own problems because he never closed that door on her. So going into a new relationship, good morning, LaToya. Going into a new relationship for me, you got them kind of problems, you out of there. I'm not even finna fool with you. I've already had some crazy psycho woman who can't get over her baby daddy coming at me because she can't get to them. I want to enjoy the man that I'm with. And I want him to enjoy me. My phone is dry as hell. There is nobody calling me, no drama, no baby daddies don't want me, no nothing. So all you're going to get is me, and you're going to get some peace in your life when it comes to me. Husband, whoever you are, wherever you are. There's no drama here. None. My friends are cool as shit. I'm finally around loyal friends that are not trying to fuck my man. Tina's had that experience. Not doing it again. Maybe I'm the only one that has these experiences. I've had the experiences of people not supporting me. They out of here. They gone. People around me, they support me. They love me. I support them and love them. I changed me. So this is what I want you to realize. Change you. I gave you, for those of you that I've shared the knowledge and you didn't get it, I shared my personal stories with you. So hopefully it will help you. People like, Tina, you tell too much of your business. Well, maybe you don't tell enough of yours, and that's why your ass is still a victim and in the cycle that you're in, and you come to me for help. And I'm not saying it in a mean way, but I'm saying if there's anybody that's ever been in my situation and I share my situation and it helps you and you can grow from it, duh. I'm going to share those important pieces. I'm going to be an open book with you on those pieces in my life that caused me to be uncomfortable. And I don't want to repeat those experiences. So I'm going to share it with you so that you could either take it as wisdom and not repeat it and go through it. Or if you go through it, you say, you know what, Tina did say she went through this experience. And what did Tina do to resolve it? She did say how she resolved it. She did say what solution she came up with for herself. Maybe I need to figure out a solution for myself. I want to be that encouraging piece. I'm tired of people imprisoning me from the past and the present and trying to hinder my future. I'm not going to do it. Done with it. So that's what I had today for you guys. Hopefully you guys gain something out of this. Share the video, because you never know who may need to have this knowledge and this wisdom. You never know who's having an experience and trying to figure out, how am I supposed to get out of this cycle? How am I supposed to release an unchanging situation? You cannot change people. You can change yourself. I'm going to encourage you today to change your environment. And I don't mean pushing people away. I don't mean running away, going away. I mean change your environment. If you are in an environment that is not healthy, then I'm going to encourage you to change your environment. And by that, I mean, if you're not happy on your job, change your environment. You may not be able to leave your job right now, but you can change your environment, meaning change your thinking and how you approach it. Come up with a plan, set a goal. Instead of going into work every day talking about, I'm tired of this place. You will look forward to going to work when you know in 6 months, I'm going to be out this motherfucker. I'm going to get my new place. I'm going to get me a new this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. You'll feel better to go, because it's like, it's only a matter of time and I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Connie, for sharing. So that part. Create your goals ahead for yourself. If you create goals for yourself and what you want for yourself ahead, like for me, I already know if I want to be married, this last little nugget that I got to get rid of that. I've got rid of it so many times, but it went from being a boulder to a nugget. These boundaries is in place, baby. The boundaries, as they say in Inside Out, I told my friend yesterday, the foot is down. The foot is down. The foot is down. So whoever comes into this space, you better be bringing me some peace, or your ass gonna get to stepping. I'm all about that right now. I don't want my peace to be disrupted. I love you guys. Y'all have an awesome and amazing day today. My name is Tina Wolf. Bookwithtina.com is my website. Make this week easy for yourself. Some of y'all it's going to be tough for, because you're going to have to make decisions in your life for this week. You're going to have to cut some people off. Damn, that was my sister. Don't give a fuck. That was my homie. Don't give a fuck. Damn, that was my romantic partner. Don't give a fuck. That was my coworker. Don't give a fuck. I'm like Lizzo with that teeny tiny purse she had. They was like, why you got that purse? That purse is so small. Because this is how much room I have for the fucks I'm giving away. I get that purse was this big. She walk around that bitch like this. That should be your demeanor. I'm cleaning house. Take that internal broom and sweep. Love you guys. My name is Tina Wolf. Bookwithtina.com is my website. If you want a one-on-one intuitive reading, I got you. You want crystals and stones, I got you. If you're in the DFW Metroplex area and you want to catch these hands, get this massage, I got you. I got you, okay? Make sure you compliment at least 5 people a day, because you never know whose life you can change. You never know whose vibration you can raise up. And you never know what door of opportunity you can open up by simply paying a compliment. You guys be great. Be amazing. Go out there. Change the world one person at a time by changing your damn self. All right. Love you. Mwah. Bye.